Buzzer TV presents vintage game shows on Amazon.
You can't win trips, you can't win furs, but lots of cash can all be yours on Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
The worst Owen G. Woods. Hello there, welcome to Card Sharks. We have a game in progress and we are at a sudden death position, so let's open the board and get through the cards. Janice and Ann, load in the cards, please. And now let's meet our Card Sharks. Eva Reed, our champion. Hello, Eva. Nice to see you again. You looking well?
Thank goodness.
Yes, and you have won in cash $5,200 on Card Sharks. Congratulations.
That's good.
Nice to see you again. And our challenger, Sheila Lyons. Hi, Sheila. Nice to see you again.
Thank you.
And again, would you remind us about yourself?
Yes, I'm from San Clemente, and I teach skincare classes. I have a little girl that's 3 years old, and I got a good night's sleep last night, and I'm ready to play.
You're ready. And you are the spitting image of Petula Clark.
Thank you very much.
You really are.
I wished I had her money.
Good luck to both of you. Each player has her own deck of 52 playing cards, shuffled and cut before we go in the air. The champion, Eva, will play the upper cards, the red cards. Our challenger, Sheila, will play the lower cards, the blue cards. And as we left off, Eva needs 2 cards. Sheila needs 3. That's the object of the game, to work your way across the board, predicting whether each card is higher or lower than the one that precedes it. Before you can begin calling high-low on the cards, you must win a high-low toss-up question based on a poll of 100 people. And as we left off, it is sudden death. Someone has to win with the next play of the cards. Sheila needing 3, Eva needing 2. This is the first game of the best 2 out of 3 match. Sheila, as we left off, the question goes to you. We took a confidential poll of 100 married women and asked them, when your husband makes love to you, is it more like the 4th of July or Labor Day? How many women said it was more like Labor Day?
No, I don't think so. I think it's more like the fireworks scene, so I'm going to say a low number, around 24.
24. You sound very happy, Sheila.
I am.
Eva, do you think it's higher or lower than 24?
Let's go a little higher.
You say higher. Been around a little longer. Well, the actual number of married women who said that when their husband makes love to them, it's more like Labor Day is 23, not higher. Sheila, wow, right on. Sheila, let me explain sudden death to you. We left off with a 7 as your base card. You won the high-low toss-up. You have the right to change that base card and try to turn over these 3 cards. But if you make a mistake on any of them, Eva wins the game. However, you have control. You can force Eva to play off a 6, which she cannot change, and she would have to turn these 2 cards over, or the game is yours. It's your decision, Sheila. Play it or pass it.
Eva's been very lucky, but I think my turn is here. I'm going to pass.
You're going to pass it. All right, Eva. If you can turn these 2 over, you've won the first game of the match, but one mistake and Sheila wins it. You've got a 6. Call this.
Higher.
Higher than a 6. It's an 8. Right up the middle with 1 card to go.
Lower.
If this is lower, you've won the first game of the match. If not, it belongs to Sheila for the win. It is lower, and you've done it, Eva. Let's clear the board and get into the next game of the match. Sheila, you're in a tough position there because you needed the 3 cards with her, too. Good play, though, Eva. You called them right, and you've got the first game at $100. Janice will deal out the cards from the same 2 decks of cards, so if you can remember the cards, it might help. Eva, we took a confidential poll of 100 men and asked them, have you ever crawled under a pay toilet door because you didn't have the change to pay? How many men admitted that they had?
No, I don't think many men would do that. Oh, maybe around 25, I'd say.
25. She says 25 out of 100 have snuck under the door there, Sheila. Higher or lower?
I think they would do it. I'm going to say it's higher.
You say higher. It just paints such a picture, doesn't it?
Yes.
The actual number of men who have been reduced to crawling under the door of a pay toilet is 31. It's higher. Sheila. Sheila, your base card in this game is an 8. You can change it if you like.
I would change it, please.
You must
Ace.
play this one. It's a jack.
That's much
Little
better.
improvement.
I'll call the next card lower.
Lower than a jack. It's a 5. Remember, you can freeze at any time.
I'm going to freeze.
And you'll freeze right there. We move the freeze bar over. Can't take that card away. Well, that's her strategy. She needs just 3 while even needs 4. Let's see if it pays off. Sheila, we surveyed 100 housewives across the country and asked them, does your kitchen floor have waxy yellow buildup? How many housewives said yes?
I would imagine quite a few. Most women don't realize it before it's really bad. So I'm going to say I'll say 67.
67 said they have waxy yellow buildup, Eva. Higher or lower?
Well, most of the kitchen floors are made with their own wax, so you don't wax anymore, so I'll say just a little lower.
You say lower. The actual number of housewives who admitted their kitchen floor does have waxy yellow buildup is 10. Much lower, Eva. Well, we often say we test your ability to judge human nature, and that paid off for Eva, who will be playing a 5. You want it?
Let's change it.
You'll change it. That's a surprise. Thought you might play that. Oh, an 8.
Oh, that's
not a good
worse.
change at all. Let's get it in the right place there. What do you think, Eva?
Higher.
If you count them on each hand, Eva, it's going to come out exactly even with the 8. That's right up the middle.
Okay, let's go higher.
Higher than an 8. Yes, it's a queen.
Let's go one more, lower.
Lower than a queen. No, it's a king. And you lose both of those cards back to the base card. Sheila, play off the 5 and call this one.
Higher.
Higher than a 5. Oh, it's a
Lower.
lower than an ace. Yes, it's a 5.
I'm going to freeze.
You'll freeze, needing just 1 card. Playing it, as I recall, you didn't play too conservatively and lost the game. This time you are. So, Sheila, as the question goes to you, Eva, we asked 100 men in a California studio audience. Do you iron your own shirts? How many men said they do iron their own shirts?
About 15.
15. Sheila, higher or lower?
I'm going to say lower.
Lower than that. The actual number of men who iron their own shirts is 28. It's not lower. Eva. Eva, do you want that 8?
No, I don't.
And you get a 3. Good change.
Higher.
Higher than a 3. It's a jack.
Lower.
Lower than a jack. No, it's another king. And you lose both of them. And now we'll see if Sheila's strategy paid off because she's protected with that. Call this for the win.
I'm going to call it higher.
If it's higher, we've got a tie match. It is. And the strategy did pay off. Each player with 1 game and $100. The tiebreaker with just 3 cards and 3 questions coming up right after this. All right, Eva with 1 game and $100. Sheila with 1 and $100. And now we'll set up for the tiebreaker with just 3 cards up there. Someone's going to get a chance at thousands with the money cards. And the first question, as we set up, goes to you, Sheila. We asked 100 married men, be honest, is your wife a terrible housekeeper? How many men said yes?
I think most wives are pretty conscientious now and try and keep their husband happy. So I think most of them are good housekeepers, and I'm going to say husbands would give them credit for it. 67.
Now, the question is, how many said yes, their wife was a terrible housekeeper?
Oh, I'm sorry. 23.
23. She says 23 say their wife is a terrible housekeeper. Even higher or lower?
Higher.
You say higher than that. The actual number of men who are probably now living in a hotel who said their wife is a terrible housekeeper is 15. It's not higher. Sheila, you've got that all-important control. And you start with an 8. You can change it if you like.
Please, I would like to change it.
And your next card, a jack. A little bit of improvement.
Next card is lower.
Lower than a jack. A 2. Great time for it to come up.
Higher.
If this is higher, we have a new champion on Card Sharks for the win. Yes! Congratulations. Eva, thank you. You were leaving us with $5,300. You're a fine champion, Eva. Sheila, come on down here. Relax. Relax. You're among friends.
Oh, yeah.
You gonna be all right?
2 o'clock, here I come.
You relax for a couple of minutes while they watch this message. Then we'll play the money card. All right, Sheila Lyons, you've had a moment to relax now.
Yes, I have.
Okay. You ready to tear it up over there?
I am going to tear it up.
And let's open the board and get to the money cards. Come on up here, Sheila. All right, Sheila, the $200 you won in the game, yours to keep. Got a brand new deck of cards, all shuffled and cut, and new money to play with, and this time you're going to bet that money. Starting on the bottom line, we'll give you $200 and 3 cards to bet it with. When you add up to the second level, we give you another $200 of betting money, 3 more cards. Minimum bets are $50 until you get to that top card, the big bet. There you must bet at least half the money. And as you said to me in the break there's a lot of money up there, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, there is. Here's $200. Let's see you take it all, Sheila. We're with you. And your base card is a 6. You can play that or change it if you
I'll
want.
change it, please.
Now you must play this one. A 3.
All right.
All right, Sheila. $200 and a 3.
$200, it's higher.
The whole thing,
Yes.
right off the bat. $200. Higher than a 3. It's a 5. Wow. $400 now and a 5, Sheila.
$200 that it's higher.
Again, a $200 bet, and the odds get a little tougher up there. A 5 for $200. It's an 8. You did it. $600, and you're right up the middle with an 8, Sheila.
I'm going to bet $100 that it's higher.
$100. Higher than an 8. Oh, no, it's a 5. All right, you didn't bet too much, though. That's good. You got a 5. $500. Up goes the 5. We give you the other $200 of betting money, Sheila. $700 now with a 5.
I'm going to bet $600 that it's higher.
That's a very big bet on that 5. I hope you're right.
Me too.
$600 higher than a 5. Yes, it's a 10. $1,300 now with a 10, Sheila.
Oh,
Now you relax. Take your time.
I'm going to bet $100 that it's lower.
$100 lower.
Lower.
Let's see a deuce. $100 lower than a 10. It's a 7. You're up to $1,400. Again, you get a good mileage out of some tough cards, Sheila. You've got a 7.
How much do I have?
You have $1,400.
I'm going to bet $400 that it's higher.
$400. Higher than a 7. That's the face card we've been looking for. $1,800 and a king. Now, Sheila, you must bet at least $900. You have $1,800 and a king.
Yeah.
What's your big bet?
I'm going to bet all $1,800 that it's lower.
All right. $1,800 lower than a king. That's terrific. That's terrific. Congratulations.
I love my husband.
You've got $3,800 now, Sheila. And you're still here. That's lovely.
Oh, thank you.
We'll be back to meet a new challenger right after this. Ready to meet a new challenger?
Yes, sir.
Then let's deal out the cards with 2 brand new decks of cards. Here's our next challenger on Card Sharks. Joseph Johnson. Nice to meet you, Joseph. Good to see you here. A vision in sartorial splendor, I must say.
Thank you very much.
Would you tell us about yourself?
Yeah, I'm from Oakland, California. I'm a police officer at the University of California, Berkeley. I have 2 lovely daughters, Norma and Alice, and I've been newly married for 8 months to a lovely wife, Melba.
Well, congratulations. Nice to have you here with us, then, Joseph. Good luck in the match.
Thank you very
You'll
much.
be playing the lower cards, the blue cards. The champion Sheila plays the red cards on the top, and we start the match with a question to the champion. Sheila, our man on the street walked up to 100 people on Fifth Avenue in New York City and asked them, could you tell me where the Empire State Building is? How many of the 100 New Yorkers would not even stop to give directions?
I would say yes, that would be a common scene. Would not even stop and give directions. 15.
She says that 15 out of 100 would not stop to give directions in New York. Joseph, higher or lower?
My experience in New York has been quite to the contrary. I would say it would be a little higher.
You say higher. Now the question is, how many would not stop to give directions? Would not stop.
Yes.
So you say that, oh, I see. I thought you meant to the contrary of her. So you
Yes.
figure that more would not stop.
Would not stop,
okay.
yes.
The actual number of New Yorkers who probably had something else to say and who would not stop to give directions is 6. Not higher. Sheila, very much lower. Yeah, let's hear it for the courteous New Yorkers. That surprised a lot of people out here. Sheila, you're starting with a king.
I'll call the next card lower.
You're going to like those kings, aren't you,
I
Sheila?
love them.
Lower than a king. Oh, no, it's an ace. Better over here than over there,
Yes,
Sheila.
for sure.
You lose the ace and you give Joseph a chance to play a 5.
Yes, I would like to say the next card will be higher.
Higher than a 5. No, it's a 4. Neither player could advance. Janice will fill in the spaces. And the question to you, Joseph. We asked 100 men, if you were introduced to a beautiful woman who was wearing a see-through blouse, would you be too embarrassed to stare? How many men said they would be too embarrassed to stare?
I don't think too many men would be too embarrassed. I think about 25.
About 25 out of 100 would be too embarrassed to stare with that see-through blouse, Sheila. Higher or lower?
I don't think that many would. I'm going to say lower.
You say lower. The actual number of men who would be too embarrassed to stare at a beautiful woman in a see-through blouse is 25. Right on the button, Joseph. Right smack on it.
Yes.
You want to play this 5 or change it?
I like to change it.
And you have another 5. Got to play that one
Okay, I'll play that 5, and I'll say the next card will be higher.
higher than a 5. And this time it is. It's the king.
Yes. I like to go on and call the next card lower.
Lower than a king. Yes, it's a 7.
I'll freeze.
No freeze it there. We move the freeze bar over. Can't take those cards away from you. And you've kept Sheila away from her cards. Sheila, we asked 100 8th grade boys and girls in Wabash, Indiana, what was the original name of Muhammad Ali? How many 8th graders knew Muhammad Ali used to be Cassius Clay?
No, I don't think too many would. And I'm going to say about 15.
15 out of 100 knew Muhammad Ali's name before he changed it.
I think it would be lower, Jim.
You say lower than
Yes,
that?
I would think it would be less than 15.
I must say, when we went over the polls, one of the answers, one said it was Pat Boone. That's true. One said Pat Boone. The actual number of 8th graders, however, who knew Muhammad Ali used to be Cassius Clay is 46. Not lower. Sheila. Wow. Sheila, you're looking at a king.
I'm going to play the king and call it lower.
Lower than a king. And this time it's a jack.
I'm going to play the jack and call it lower.
Lower than a jack. A 2, very much lower.
I'm going to play the 2 and call it higher.
Higher than a 2. It's an 8.
I'm going to freeze.
Right there. Sheila needs 1 card. Joseph needs 2, and we are at the sudden death position. And we'll be right back right after this commercial message. Joseph Johnson needs 2 cards, and Sheila Lyon, the champion, needs 1. Here's the sudden death question to you, Joseph. We asked 100 people, have you ever hated a TV commercial so much that you refused to buy the product? How many people said yes?
Well, I think a lot of people, I would say 85.
85. Sheila, higher or lower?
I know there are some that I refuse to buy the product because it's so disgusting.
How many?
Higher.
Higher. The actual number of people who said they hated a TV commercial so much they refused to buy the product is 72. It's not higher. Joseph. Joseph, you can change this 7 and try to play these 2, or do you want Sheila to play it? Your decision.
I will.
What's it going to be, Joseph?
Yeah, I will change my 7 and I will play it.
You're going to play it, all right. You're playing off a 3. A good card. Call this one.
Next card will be higher.
Higher than a 3. Remember, one mistake and Sheila wins. It is a king.
Next card will be lower.
This is lower. The challenger has the first game in the match. And it is. It's an 8. You got it. Game number 1 to Joseph with $100. Sheila's got to make a comeback when next we meet on Card Sharks. Bye-bye.
A representative of the studio audience will receive American Electric's kitchen appliances, including the work-saving American food processor. It cuts, shreds, chops, pares, slices, blends, grinds, and grates. It can turn a cook into a chef, furnished by American Electric Corporation. And some of our contestants will receive a Culligan water purifier. Have better drinking water with Culligan's new SuperGuard. Bigger capacity, more filtration. Enjoy better drinking from Culligan. And a home library of how-to books featuring Reston's best-selling New Money Dynamics by Venita Van Casper. A book to help your money grow for a new home, retirement, or your child's college expenses. And from Kinney Shoes, the great American shoe store, an up-to-the-minute selection of fashion footwear. Kinney Shoes not only fit your feet, they fit your life. And 2 days rental of HR's portable steam carpet cleaning system with a supply of cleaning chemicals. HR Carpet Care Centers available in supermarkets. This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks. A Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.